What's good, people? It is Tony the Savant back again. And before we get started, please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. As well, if you haven't already joined the fam, please subscribe as we drop content daily, go live daily. Stay very busy on this platform. And last but not least, my favorite part, my absolute favorite part, please leave your all's thoughts and opinions in the comment section, as I'm always intrigued to know what you all have to say about these topics. And let's get right into this work. As I seen a segment on ESPN, and I thought it was very interesting. I've been trying to catch a little bit more of the lame stream stuff, primarily just to get uh, a beat on what these cats be talking about. In addition to doing my own research and stuff, from time to time you got to tap in and see what the lame stream is talking about, just because that's what the casuals are going to be talking about for the most part. So let's just be frank. But at the end of the day, excuse me, what I was able to catch the other day was a segment that they was having, discussing, or I guess you could say comparing who would have a better bounce back from their injuries, Joe Burrow or Aaron Rodgers, as both had season-ending injuries last season, and are looking to get back into the mix. So I was trying to intrigued by this topic, and I started thinking to myself, who would I rather have coming back off an injury? My guy, my legendary Green Bay Packers former quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, or perhaps my favorite quarterback in the league right now, outside of Patrick Mahomes, Joe Cool Burrow himself. And ladies and gentlemen, as I thought about this more and more, the more conflicted I became, because we're looking at a 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers who has done a lot, in his NFL career, but coming off an Achilles injury is tough. It is very tough for any athlete at any age, let alone an aging one. Now, we all know that as far as team goes, Aaron Rodgers has the better setup, as the Jets are packed. They're pretty much loaded from, every position. They got some standout talent. And there's been some discussion about even acquiring Devontae Adams. So as far as a bounce back season goes, I think it may be a little bit easier for Aaron Rodgers on that note. But we're also talking about Joe Burrow himself, one of the few NFL quarterbacks who's been able to defeat Patrick Mahomes in the postseason. And probably the only guy, really that has a legitimate shot at being a rival to Patrick Mahomes, respectfully. That's no knock on Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson or any other quarterback in the league. But when we're talking about a guy that just has the entire preset of skills that you need to face off against a guy like Patrick Mahomes, I can think of nobody else better than Joe Burrow. Who would I want as my quarterback? If I'm lined up against the defending Super Bowl champions, I got to take Joe Burrow, in that situation, in that scenario. But those are both of the cases I was making in my head. But at the end of the day, I think I will stick with Aaron Rodgers, man. And that's no knock on Joe Burrow. It's just that Aaron Rodgers is proven. And that might sound biased because, like I said, I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. Despite Aaron leaving my team, I've still been a supporter of his, him and Devontae Adams, the likes. Would love to see them reunite over in New York. But I think I just feel more comfortable with Aaron Rodgers, just because Aaron is he's a been there, done that kind of guy, one of the all-time greats. Now, if this was any old, just excuse my language, Phillip Rivers or somebody like that, an aging quarterback, I couldn't think of somebody else off the top of my head. Even Drew Brees. I love Drew Brees, but if it was Drew Brees at 40, Phillip Rivers at 40, I wouldn't feel as confident. Aaron Rodgers is a guy who has not just been prolific, who has not just been great, but his skill set is one of one. How the man flings the football, it's just poetry in motion. And that was one of the main reasons I used to be skeptical about Aaron Rodgers, because I was a big Brett Favre guy. But at the same time, Aaron, earned his respect from me. And it was just, during his time with the Green Bay Packers how he improved season in, season out, and even to this day has had some of the best individual quarterback seasons that the NFL has ever seen. When it comes down to just comfort zone, though, I got to stick with Aaron in this situation, just for the experience, just for the wisdom. Probably being better in a better position to coach up his teammates. But I'm not trying to knock Joe Burrow, man. Dang, because as I say that, I'm just thinking in my head in real time. I'm going off my notes, but in real time right now, I'm still conflicted as Joe Cool is just cannot be denied. I think the only reason that Joe Burrow has not really, been back to the Super Bowl is due to the injuries. He also has a loaded squad. We know, I believe they got T. Higgins on the franchise deal, if I'm not mistaken. They got Jamar Chase. They lost Joe Mixon. So I got to figure out who did they get in the backfield. But the Bengals are another team, that's in the contention, one of the, I would say, a Super Bowl contender. And that's solely based on Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow gives them that clout to say that they are a Super Bowl contender. And that's why I'm kind of, right now, even in real time, I'm nervous, with my pick. I'm pretty sure there's going to be somebody in the comment section letting me have it and letting me know that Joe Burrow's this, that, and the third. I'm going to sit here and concede and say, I know that. And just for the sake of making a decision for the video, I got to sit with my guy. I got to sit with my biasness in this particular video. But again, Joe Burrow is one of my favorite quarterbacks right now. He's the only quarterback in the league that I trust. If all the marbles are on the line and they're going up against the Superman himself, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow is the only guy that I would trust underneath center to deliver my team a victory, because Patrick Mahomes is a comeback kid. Patrick Mahomes is a he can get a 50-point lead on you, and Patrick Mahomes can, go touchdown to touchdown with you, as far as that firepower goes when he needs it. There's no other guy on the court, the court. There's nobody on the field that I see going back and forth with a Patrick Mahomes on that level, other than Joe Burrow, And as much as I love Aaron, I think Aaron would just kind of flame out at that point. I've seen Aaron in firefights with quarterbacks and end up losing that battle, one of which against Colin Kaepernick. That was embarrassing. So I've seen Aaron have meltdowns, and that's where I'm kind of, skeptic on my pick. I've never seen Joe Burrow melt down. I've never seen him melt down. I've always seen Joe Burrow excel, raise his game, and meet the moment for the most part. Getting his team to the Super Bowl, but ultimately not being able to win one. I do place some of the blame on him, but again, you gotta say it's 100% on him that they made it that far. It's not easy even making it to a Super Bowl. So, and of course, Joe Burrow has the inferior team with these two. So, the success of the Bengals is a little bit more, attributed to him. So it's hard to take that away from a guy, especially like a Joe Burrow guy on Joe Burrow's level. That's why I say he's the only dude I trust. The only dude I trust and love underneath center. The rest of these dudes, I think Patrick Mahomes has already made child's play of them, and would do that if put in that position. But yeah, man, that's all I got for y'all on this one. Tell me who y'all would pick in this situation. Like I say, even right now, I might have to double back, make another video, and be like, I redact my last video. I'm gonna run with Joe Burrow. You know what I mean? So, and I also put this out there as well as an avid fantasy football guy. I would choose Joe Burrow. And I know that sounds conflicting. For the sake of this, in real life, watching the NFL, I would choose Aaron Rodgers. But for my own GM, my own strategy purposes, I would choose Joe Burrow, and every day of the week, at this point in their careers. But that's all I got for y'all on this one. Please like this video, share this video, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content and going live on the channel. as well. If you haven't already, join the fam. Subscribe as we subscribe. Hit the subscribe button as we drop content daily, go live daily. And last but not least, y'all, I love talking to y'all, the people. I love hearing from y'all. So please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section. Let's chop it up because I think this is one that's going to definitely open up some dialogue. Who would you take? The old wise quarterback or the young gunner on the come up? If I ain't say this, Joe Burrow is only 27 years old, so he's about to really get into his prime years. And like I say, fully expect Joe Burrow to get at least one Super Bowl within the next 5 to 10 years. But that's just my take on it. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. I am Tony the Savant. Peace.